Welcome to my TBR shelf tour. I'm going to show you the books on my shelf because that's what these videos are. So at the top of my shelf we have some photo albums, my Sleep No More mask, my photo albums, a Flannery O'Connor bookend, and look, some more photo albums. Do you sense a theme? Alright, so this is the top shelf. They're by color, so we'll start with white. Bellevue, which is an overview of Bellevue Hospital in New York City. This book is mostly about pandemics and is not my jam right now. This is Alan Alda's If I Understood You Would I Have This Look on My Face. It's a book about communication. He has a really good podcast right now. That's a hipster sentence. Alan Alda and podcasts, sign me up. Mad Men Carousel, which is inside looks at Mad Men episodes and like summaries and critical analysis of them. Jewish Magic and Superstition, Catch-22, Inside the Dream Palace, which is about the Chelsea Hotel, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, which I tell myself I'm going to read every year, and every year I don't, The Patriots, The Daily Show Oral History, I miss Jon Stewart in these troubled times, Mr. Fox by Helen Oyeyemi, Mr. S, My Life with Frank Sinatra, Wise Children by Angela Carter, Will Not Attend by Adam Resnick, and You Are an Artist by Sarah Urist Green. So here we have a poster of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. This is a speaker that is now obsolete, so that's fun. Right here we have Gilbert and George. I'm a huge fan of their living sculpture series, and this is the singing sculpture. They are little wooden dolls. Fun. And then that is my TBR jar, where every book on my TBR is a star. Occasionally I draw out of there. Up here on this floating shelf, we have my centennial editions of my Salinger books, which everybody knows are my favorite things in the world. And then we also have this, I'm a Scorpio, can you tell? Okay, now we're down to the reds. We have Caitlin Moran's Moranifesto, What Are You Looking At?, which is a book about contemporary art. Popism by Andy Warhol. Goodbye to Berlin by Christopher Isherwood. Will You Please Be Quiet Please by Raymond Carver. A Movable Feast by Ernest Hemingway. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Rough Magic, which is a biography of Sylvia Plath, which I just cannot wait to get into. The Lovely War, or no, it's just Lovely War by Julie Berry. And Now We Have Everything. Elements of Taste. We have Invisible. This is a book about women with invisible and chronic illnesses. I am one of those. There is my cannula. So, you know, fun times. Nights at the Circus by Angela Carter. Everybody Was So Young, which is a book about, I think it's Gerald and Sarah Murphy and the Fitzgeralds and everybody in the French Riviera at that time. We have Philip Roth's The Human Stain, which I'm currently in the middle of. Broken Glass by Arthur Miller. Wonder of Wonders, A Cultural History of Fiddler on the Roof. Sleepwalking by Meg Wolitzer. How to Be Famous by Caitlin Moran. Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi, which is so pretty. I keep putting off reading it because I think the spine is so pretty. So we've got that. It's Only a Play by Terrence McNally. The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. The Lady from the Black Lagoon. When She Was Good by Philip Roth. Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. Instructions for a Heatwave by Maggie O'Farrell. Shylock Is My Name by Howard Jacobson. A Behanding in Spokane by Martin McDonough. Street Gang, The History of Sesame Street. The Children's Hour by Lillian Hellman. The Phantom of Fifth Avenue, which is about the mysterious life and scandalous death of heiress Hewitt Clark, who was a recluse, which is relatable these days. All the Light We Cannot See, The Yiddish Policemen's Union, Salvage the Bones, Infinite Home, Literary Brooklyn, Something Wonderful About Rodgers and Hammerstein, The Art of Fielding by Chad Harbach, You All Grow Up and Leave Me by Piper Weiss, The Smell of Other People's Houses, Creating Worlds, which is a book about how to make immersive theater, one of my great passions. The Babylon Line by Richard Greenberg. Portnoy's Complaint by Philip Roth. and A Kiss Before Dying by Ira Levin. And now here we are on the black and gray and tan shelf, I guess. Here's Tom Wolfe's The Right Stuff, Serious Moonlight by Jen Bennett, Poking a Dead Frog, which is about comedy writing, Bohemians, Bootleggers, Flappers, and Swells, The Best of Early Vanity Fair, Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, Arthur Miller's An Enemy of the People and Incident at Vicky, Constellations by Nick Payne, and A Bright Room Called Day by Tony Kushner. In this jar, I've been writing down all the good things that happened to me throughout the year. Here is my ultimate favorite couple, Gomez and Morticia Addams, in their black and white glory. Underneath Gomez and Morticia, we have Too Much Is Not Enough by Andrew Rannells, Flash, The Making of Ouija the Famous. Ouija was a famous crime photographer in New York City, and he's so interesting to me. The Plaza, and a biography of Edward Gorey. Over here, we have Valley of the Dolls with pink sprayed edges, Wandering Stars by Sholem Aleichem, A Gentleman in Moscow, Deathless by Catherine and Valente, Tevye the Dairyman and Modal the Cantor Son by Sholem Aleichem, Donna Tartt's The Little Friend, Your Favorite Band is Killing Me, Look at the Birdie by Kurt Vonnegut, The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel, looking really forward to that, My Name is Asher Lev by Chaim Potok, The Waldorf Astoria, Emily's Stitches by Leverett Butts, my former professor, The Group by Mary McCarthy, Reading People, which is about the Enneagram and Myers-Briggs and all personality tests, The American Museum of Natural History and How It Got That Way, Dinosaurs in the Attic, which is also about the Museum of Natural History. We have two Nabokovs, Laughter in the Dark and Speak Memory, Two Serious Ladies, Modern Girls, and The Promise by Chaim Potok. So aside from this bottom shelf, that's basically just journals and binders, that's my bookshelf. Here are my bookmarks in a handy little container. And yeah, that's all, folks.